You're listening to Hot Topics on Good Mix Radio, hosted by Mike Melody and Sheila Harmony. And each week, they dive into the top trends, pop culture moments, and viral stories dominating the web. They unpack the chaos with humor, sharp takes, and insights you won't find anywhere else.
Okay, so if you've felt that that kind of constant hum of cultural excitement lately, especially the second week of August, you are definitely not imagining it. There's just been so much happening.
Oh, yeah.
Across sports, gaming, film, music. It feels like it's all capturing the world's attention right now.
It really does. It's a busy time.
So yeah, this deep dive is all about trying to get to the heart of that, the cultural zeitgeist, that buzzing mix of everything that's trending. We've pulled together a stack of sources, articles, research, our own notes to try and distill the most important nuggets of knowledge and insight from this really dynamic period. Our mission today basically is to guide you through these key trending topics. We want to unpack why they're significant and maybe figure out what they tell us about our collective interests. Think of it as your shortcut to being truly well-informed.
Hopefully with a few surprises along the way.
Exactly.
Well, what's really fascinating here, I think, is that these trending topics, they aren't just isolated things happening, right? They actually serve as a kind of mirror to our society.
A mirror. Okay.
Yeah, they reflect what's on our collective mind. They're incredibly indicative of deeper cultural and societal interests,
I hadn't quite thought of it like that, but it makes so much sense when you put it that way. These aren't just fleeting trends that pop up and then vanish.
No, not at all.
They really do reflect our values, maybe how we choose to spend our free time, and these incredible cultural exchanges happening all around us.
Precisely.
It's almost like a real-time pulse check on, humanity.
That's a good way to put it. A pulse check.
And speaking of that pulse, let's kick things off with the thrill of competition. The NFL preseason, it's really in full swing now, gaining serious momentum.
It is.
And it seems to be absolutely captivating football fans everywhere.
Yeah, the preseason is an absolutely critical period. But what's really insightful about it now is how early performance, especially for rookie quarterbacks, it's not just about raw talent anymore. It's like this high-stakes audition for the league's next marketing phases.
Ah, right. Shaping the narrative early.
Exactly. Long before the first regular season snap. Teams are fine-tuning strategies, obviously, and players are getting that crucial chance to showcase their skills. We've seen some really intriguing matchups already, specifically those featuring high-profile teams and players. They've really captured national attention.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And watching those rookie quarterbacks under just intense scrutiny.
Yeah.
And the veteran players who've switched teams, seeing how they integrate, is fascinating stuff.
And the coaching changes too, right? The strategic shifts.
Oh, absolutely pivotal aspects. Analysts are dissecting those constantly.
That makes perfect sense. But, given how much emphasis gets put on the regular season, do you ever feel like maybe too much is read into these early games, like creating a kind of preseason overreaction culture?
That's a great question. And yes, there definitely can be a preseason overreaction phenomenon, no doubt.
Okay.
But that said, preseason performance does significantly shape regular season expectations.
Yeah.
It just does. As one sports analyst put it, the preseason is a proving ground for players and coaches alike.
A proving ground.
It's a critical period that can genuinely influence a team's entire trajectory for the season.
Okay.
And we've already seen some breakthrough performances making headlines. Rookies, veterans, securing their spots. For instance, there was that rookie quarterback whose ability to read the defense and make precise throws was called a game changer.
Right, I saw highlights of that. Impressive.
Yeah. But on the flip side, you always have injury concerns popping up, affecting team outlooks. That's the downside.
Always a worry.
And of course, for so many people, the preseason has massive implications for fantasy football.
Oh yeah, don't forget fantasy.
Never. Those early showings can seriously boost or tank a player's value before week one even hits. So yeah, it's a lot more than just exhibition games.
Definitely more than exhibition. Okay, speaking of high stakes and intense competition, the same kind of buzz we're seeing in the NFL, it feels like it's electrifying the gaming world right now, too. New titles battling for attention.
Absolutely. The digital frontiers are just as competitive.
So first up, let's talk about what seems to be the gaming community's new obsession, Battlefield 6. It really looks like it might shake up the whole first-person shooter genre.
The anticipation for Battlefield 6 is, well, it's incredibly high. You're right.
Mm.
And what's particularly exciting, I think, are the leaked features. They're pointing to some genuinely revolutionary multiplayer modes.
Revolutionary how?
Well, they promise more immersive and dynamic gameplay. We're talking about potentially persistent battlefields.
Persistent, like matches affecting each other.
Potentially, yeah. Where player actions in one match could actually impact the starting conditions or, say, available resources in the next one.
Whoa.
Making every fight feel like part of a much larger ongoing war.
It's ambitious.
That's not different. And then there are the significant graphical improvements. Thanks to an upgraded game engine, more realistic visuals, smoother gameplay. The usual upgrades, but pushed further.
Mm-hmm.
Developers have been pretty smart, actively releasing these strategic teasers. And the community reaction, overwhelmingly positive. The pre-release hype is just palpable.
Yeah, you can feel it online.
It promises a different kind of FPS experience. I think that's the core of it.
Okay, but we've heard that kind of revolutionary talk before, haven't we, of big game releases. Is there anything specific about this launch that makes you confident it's not just, marketing spin? Or are there any community concerns, maybe?
That's a totally fair point. Hype is hype. But what seems to set Battlefield 6 apart is how it appears to be building upon the really strong foundations of its predecessors, while actually introducing these potentially game-changing mechanics, like those dynamic maps and evolving objectives you mentioned.
Yeah.
They're a direct challenge to the more static arena shooter model we see a lot.
Okay.
Plus, you have the enhanced graphics, the advanced AI opponents that supposedly adapt on the fly to player strategies.
Making it less predictable.
Exactly. All rendered within these highly destructible, photorealistic environments. It feels like a genuine step up.
Mm-hmm.
It really does seem poised to set new standards for FPS games. Potentially, yes, redefining the genre and influencing other developers.
And the concerns.
The main community concern, as always with huge launches, is whether the final product lives up to this immense hype, particularly around server stability and, bug fixes at launch. That's always the worry.
So classic launch day woes.
Exactly. But the core vision, it seems really strong this time.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha. And then on the other side of the gaming spectrum, we have something pretty significant happening too. The revival of the Metal Slug franchise. But on mobile, with Metal Slug Awakening.
Yes.
Talk about a blast from the past.
Oh, this is such a fantastic example of how to do a revival right. Adapting a classic, beloved franchise beautifully for modern mobile platforms.
So they kept the old school feel.
Perfectly preserved those nostalgic elements, the iconic visuals, that frantic, action-packed, side-scrolling gameplay. You've got the familiar characters, the stages, the vehicles, SV001, all updated with slick, modern graphics.
Nice. But updated how?
Well, it also smartly incorporates modern features. Things like improved controls, which is crucial for mobile.
Really?
New game modes to add replayability, and those enhanced graphics make it more engaging and accessible for today's players, not just old fans. We're even seeing some cool gameplay innovations, like new characters bringing unique abilities and stages with more interactive elements.
Okay, interesting. What about the money side? Mobile games can be tricky there.
That's another area where it seems to be succeeding. What's really notable is its apparently fair monetization strategy. They've managed to offer in-app purchases that enhance the gameplay maybe, but without creating a pay-to-win scenario.
The dreaded pay-to-win.
Exactly. Avoiding that is key. And early player reviews seem overwhelmingly positive. It's showing strong market performance already.
Wow.
It just proves that nostalgia, when it's handled correctly and respectfully, is still a really powerful force in gaming.
Yeah, clearly. Okay, so let's move from these digital worlds. Shift gears a bit to the broader entertainment landscape. Hollywood and the K-pop scene are both delivering some major highlights right now.
Definitely a lot happening there, too.
First, let's talk about this Weapons 2025 film. It's being billed as, an action-packed thrill ride. And it's certainly generating a lot of excitement, even this far out from release.
Yeah, the buzz around Weapons is definitely driven by a few key elements, I think. First off, that star-studded cast. You've got A-listers, emerging talent, experienced actors.
Real mix.
Yeah, and the word is their chemistry is expected to bring some real depth and complexity to the story.
Yeah.
Hopefully beyond just, big explosions.
We can hope.
The director's been very tight-lipped, which always helps build buzz. But the production updates leaking out suggest a really high-octane action film, cutting-edge special effects, intensive action sequences, and supposedly a gripping narrative with unexpected twists that audiences genuinely won't see coming.
Okay, intriguing.
Even the early reviews from sneak peeks and test screenings are already praising its originality and the cast performances. It hints that it might actually offer something fresh in a genre that, let's be honest, is often accused of relying on formula.
That's true. But given how many action films do rely on the same old formula, do you think Weapons really has a chance to break the mold? Or is Hollywood just, hoping a big cast is enough to carry it across the finish line?
That really is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Pretty much.
What seems promising, though, is their marketing strategy. It feels different. It suggests they're confident in the actual content.
How so?
Well, they're using these really engaging trailers that don't just give everything away. They're sharing cool behind-the-scenes content on social media, and they're collaborating with popular influencers who genuinely seem excited about the project, not just paid shills.
Okay, that helps.
This whole multifaceted approach has led to a significant jump in online discussions. You see fans actively engaging with the official accounts, sharing theories, reacting.
Building a community.
Exactly. It's creating a real sense of community around the film before it even releases. That could be a huge driver for success, way beyond just the opening weekend numbers.
Right.
It feels like they're aiming to build a lasting connection, not just manufacture a one-off hit.
Makes sense. Okay, and finally, shifting across the music world, Jimin of BTS. He is absolutely making history right now. His VMA nomination is huge, cementing his status as a global K-pop icon.
Oh, absolutely. This is a really big deal, and for several reasons. Yeah, this VMA nomination carries multi-layered significance. Firstly, just the nomination itself in the Best K-pop category. It's significant recognition for Jimin's individual work, yes, but it also really reflects K-pop's growing global popularity. It's the VMAs officially acknowledging its huge impact on the international music scene.
Right. It's mainstream validation in a way.
Totally. And beyond that, you have the incredible global fan mobilization, the voting campaigns.
Oh, yeah, the army mobilization is legendary.
It truly demonstrates the strong, almost unparalleled bond between Jimin and his fan base. It just shows the sheer power of a dedicated, organized fandom in today's industry.
Undeniable power.
And then from an industry perspective, Jimin's solo success really paves the way for other K-pop artists to explore solo projects more freely. It could potentially influence future trends in the global music landscape, blurring lines even further. His impact is just undeniable.
It broadens the whole conversation about what counts as mainstream music now.
Exactly. It really does.
Okay, so, wow. To quickly recap then, we've dived into 5 key trending phenomena just from the second week of August alone. The narrative shaping NFL preseason, the highly anticipated, maybe genre redefining Battlefield 6, the buzzing Weapons 2025 film,
right?
The nostalgic yet smartly modernized return of Metal Slug, Awakening.
Great example.
And Jimin of BTS's historic VMA nomination. Quite a mix.
It really is. And like we said at the start, these aren't just isolated events, are they? They provide this fascinating glimpse into the current cultural landscape. They reflect our diverse public interests, and they showcase some pretty significant cultural and industry impacts.
Yeah.
And if we try and connect this to the bigger picture, maybe it raises an important question for everyone listening. What do these shifts in popular culture actually tell us about our own evolving interests? And about that dynamic interplay between technology, entertainment, and community?
That's a good question to ponder.
And maybe even what new cultural phenomena are already brewing out there? The things that will define the next wave of trends? And what values will they reflect?